Well, hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day, and today's video is going to be an organization video. I love watching these, so I like making them as well because I feel like I'm going to do it. I might as well like share the process of why I do certain things. I also recently did a bathroom skincare organization video, but today we're going to be organizing my blushes and highlighter drawer. This is a lot, so it has my face palettes, not necessarily my contours and my setting powders, those are in a different drawer, but it's basically just blushes and highlighters, and I've acquired a lot recently, so it's gotten really messy and it's just not organized properly. I have one organizer in there. See, I'm so flustered by it that I don't even know how to speak today. And then the rest are just kind of on the side, and it's just not ideal. It's really cluttered. So what I want to do is I want to change the organizers out, put something else in there that hopefully hold them better. I like keeping all my face palettes together, but if they have to go in a different drawer, I think I'm ready for that change. So without any further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first things first, I need to wipe these drawers down. I have like little makeup-y fingerprints everywhere, but this is my highlight blush drawer. It's a mess. Like you can see, I just have things laying on the side. I have things sitting on top that wouldn't fit with the rest of the palettes here. And it does kind of go all the way back there, but this is like stuff I don't really use as often, so like this is the majority of stuff I use frequently. I'm thinking the best way to do this is to take the face palettes out of here to make room. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna take everything out of here. I just have this one organizer right here and a little narrow one, and then these are just sitting on the side. I'm gonna go take everything out so I can get like how things are out of my mind. I feel like I'm so used to like a couple things here, like things on the side. I feel like if I take everything out, I'll put things in different orders I haven't done before. It might help a lot, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Also, I just wanted to mention, this is the junk drawer organizer I have in a lot of my other drawers that I went ahead and had Cortland shave the sides off with, had a little bit of a lip. Had to shave it off with a Dremel tool so it's flatter, and I'm going to put this one in there once I get everything out so I can have like different sections rather than just like 2 layers. Okay, so here's the new organizer. I have 2 little sections up here, a side one, and then the back one's pretty wide and open. So I would like to keep my face palettes in here, ideally, just to have all of my highlights and palettes and stuff in one drawer. Honestly, that's not bad. Wait, what if I turn this organizer around? But I don't want the back sections to be too small. Let's just try it anyways. Alright, that's a little better. I'm going to try and take my face palettes. So these are the Scott Barnes Cheek and Highlight palettes. I want my highlighters and blushes in separate small things, I think, but as far as face palettes, all the highlighters and blush things are just going to go together. So maybe I'll set them facing this way. Ideally, this way will be the most perfect way to set them, so that when I open it, it's usually, this is how I face it, like the way you're seeing it's how I open it up to me. But I just think I have too many for this. Like, yeah, I think I just have too many, so I need the bigger section. Even though this width is great. Like, that's a perfect width. I don't know. Like, I know I don't use some of these as often, but I want all of them together. So maybe I will just put them this way. I would like to say smaller ones in front, but ideally, I know what I have. I'm not sure because the other way looks so much prettier. I mean, that's all my face palettes. 2 of them went back here. I don't really use these 2 as often. You can't really see that from this angle, I understand. But I feel like this is the best way to do it right now. Let's leave them there for now, I think. No, I want to put them here. We're going to put the little ones here, I guess. I don't know. The little ones probably going to have to move in a minute. But as far as everything else, I'm just going to try to put everything in category together. I want Pillow Talk Glazed Donuts, Start Inspired, and then let's put the blush one somewhere else because my bronzer one is somewhere else. So we'll do my Ofra highlighters in the order that I use them. So this one's gonna be Pillow Talk, my most used, Glazed Donut, then the Start Inspired one. That makes sense to me, I guess. This doesn't make sense to me. Nothing about this makes sense to me right now. This is a really weird organizing situation that I'm doing with a blush on this side. My square blushes, I have a ton of them. So I have Colourpop, The Balm. I believe this one is a blush too. Yeah, blush Colourpop ones. These are all square-ish, so I'm going to put them together. Put all the Colourpop ones together. Then I have the Cover FX blushes, which are long. I'm going to put the pink one in front. I have a pinky and an orangey one. The pink one's going to go in front here. Other blushes, I have these three, which are also kind of rectangular, so I can put them together. I'm just going to put the tall Kaleidos one in the very back. Other blushes, I have some little, this one's a cheek and a highlighter duo. This one's just highlighters. This one's a blush and highlighters as well. So it is kind of a face palette, but they're mini. So I think I'll put the mini face palettes back here as well. Even though I feel like I'm going to forget this Ofra one's back here, so maybe I should bring this one forward, because this little Ofra trio is really cute. It's the only one I have with a blue highlighter in it, which is this shade. So I'll bring that stuff forward. The rest of this is really highlights. Everything else I have is highlights and cream products. I really want my cream products together. I think I will move my cream products into this drawer somehow, which is my setting powders, bronzers, and contour drawer. I'm going to put my cream products in that drawer. So all the cream products I have are two Colourpop things, two Colourpop Super Stock blushes, a milk blush, the Steve Laurent Jelly Highlighter, the new Cheek Dew Blush Serum Dew from Colourpop. I also want these Colourpop stick blushes as well from the new Limoncello collection. And then the other creams I have are these two Colourpop Super Shocky pan things, which are pretty, but I forget to use a lot. So I'm going to go keep these as well as these liquidy products separate. So now let's see. Something I need in the predominant area is my Ice Cold from Jeffree Star, because it's my inner corner highlight every day. So I'm going to put this in the front of this highlighter stack. Some other highlighters like this is another cream one, I believe, from Colourpop. It's a creamy, yeah, this one's a creamy. So I'm going to put this one with the cream products. The Lunar Beauty one, I don't use this often. I just want something a little more metallic, I think. I wish it was white instead of yellow. This, I don't really know if I like this yet. The Silly Color Gummy Glow. We have the Give Me Glow, which is in special occasions when I want a little bit of glitter. So these can go in this section. I'll see them in a stack. We have some OMFG highlighters, which are really small. We have the Melt blushes and a highlighter. I don't have room in that blush stack over there for it, do I? Not really. So I have these blushes. This is a highlighter. This can go in the highlighter stack. Other square highlighters are two Give Me Glow and a Burberry. So these can go together. A blush palette. This can go with these blushes right here. Highlighter from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. 3 highlighters from Kaleidos. And then some other stuff I don't use frequently. So I don't use this very often. The Kaleidos Lo-Fi Blush in light pink. So I'm going to put it in the back, as well as the Supreme Frost Extreme Frost from Jeffree Star and the Jaclyn Loose Highlighter. I don't really like these things. I don't use them as often, so I will put them in the back of the drawer. I have a lot of stuff to go in this thing. So I'm going to start off with these highlighters. We're going to put all the highlighters, I guess. Then the blushes. I do use these blushes quite often, so I'll put them in the front. I'm more likely to use some of these highlighters than these, I think, even though I do love some of these. I'm going to put the OMFG ones in the back too, because they're just so small, but I can see them from where I sit, so I can still grab them if I want to. I'm going to put the Kaleidos highlighters right here. Well, they're kind of an odd shape. Maybe I should set them sideways because they're so square, or I can put them in the very back, I guess. That's not too bad, is it? I mean, I feel like when I open and close, they're going to shift around, which is kind of annoying. But I don't really know what I can do about that situation. So this is what the drawer is looking like. This just has a lot of space on the side to me. I don't know. I mean, I could take these two palettes from back here and maybe push everything over. Like, put down a palette so they don't have as much room to move around. Then put down a palette so there's not as much room to move around. That's not that bad. It's a little better. They're still going to move because, you know, opening and closing and opening and closing. But I don't think they'll move around as much. I think this is going to have to work. I will obviously move everything around in the back here, which I don't use as frequently. And then I have to put away, oh, I need a clips from Jeffree Star and Manny MUA as well can go in the back here. But I honestly think this is how my drawer is gonna look. I'm obviously gonna have to add the creamy liquidy products to my setting powder drawer. But as far as the organization for this drawer, I think it looks a lot better. Like I can actually get to my palettes here. My smaller palettes are separate. And I can still see my Ofra, you know, everything. These are not hard to get to, which is great because a lot of times the small ones, like these small ones, they get lost in the big stack that I had on the side, and then everything was just kind of tossed throughout the beginning. So I think this is better for sure. I don't think it's the most satisfying organization video in the world, probably. But to me, I can see everything that I have. I have blushes and highlighters separated for the most part, except for right here where I have some extra blushes. I thought I had more blush than this, honestly. Seems like I have a lot of highlighters, but everything's categorized by palette, blush, or highlighter. So this is this drawer. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the cream products to the contour drawer. So I was going to set up my tripod and figure out how to show you guys me putting this in here. But my tripod arm just wants to fall over when I do this angle. So I'm just going to show you this is my contour and setting powder and bronzer drawer beforehand. And now let's do the after. So here is the after. I put the cream products in the small organizer I took out of the lash drawer, which are just creamies. I also put the liquid highlighter from Jeffree Star back there because I'm never going to use it. And then here my setting powder is just thrown throughout the middle. I'm going to actually hot glue these organizers into this so it doesn't move around when I open and close it and stuff. But I can actually get to everything relatively easily like this. So I'm pretty happy with this drawer actually. Like it's okay. Like I don't like the randomness. I wish there was an organizer here in the middle. But these look good and this looks good, so I'm just gonna deal with it. But this is the after. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. This is what it looks like from my angle when I go to use my makeup from that drawer and this one, and I think it's a lot better. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you later. Okay, that kind of rhymed. Bye.